Yo, what's up guys, Teacher Olive here, and today we are exploring why orange. So in a recent video I asked you guys, why is everything in the Netherlands orange? You know, the uniform and the smoke. Well, the smoke, obviously the smoke is orange because of the Oranje. Somebody said the rolling R is correct, Oranje team. And some of you had a few explanations, one of them being the surname of the royal family. But we're gonna watch this video from the channel Wonder Why, and this is actually a video from 5 years ago, but I think if we're talking about history, the time doesn't really matter on when this video was made, because, you know, it's history. History is what, 600 years old, or I don't know how old you know, the orange history is, but we're gonna find out, I guess. Guys, don't forget to like and subscribe, and if you want to request a video, link is in the description or the pinned comment. Let's check this out.
Have you ever wondered why the Dutch national colour is orange?
I have.
I mean, their flag is red, white and blue, but whenever the Dutch are celebrating their nationalism or their football team is playing, they're always dressed head to toe in orange and never red, white and blue. So why is this?
The Oranje Legion.
The short answer is fairly simple. It's because of William of Orange. William I, Prince of Orange, also known as William the Silent, led the Dutch in their revolt against Philip II and Spanish rule, known as the 80 Years' War. He was the first stadtholder of the Dutch Republic, declaring their independence.
The 80 Years' War, I heard about that in the Declaration of Independence video, which apparently the United States took the same Declaration of Independence from the Dutch. So basically, in that video, I heard about the 80 Years' War.
He was the first stadtholder of the Dutch Republic, declaring their independence in 1581. He was called William of Orange because of his Prince of Orange noble title. So where was the Principality of Orange? Well, probably not where you might expect. It's in modern day southeastern France. There still exists a small town in France today called Orange, with a population of about 30,000. The settlement dates...
I like how all the roofs are orange. Like, literally everything is orange. Is that like a government law, you know, so that everything will maintain the town as an orange town? Like, is there anything against blue roofs or something? I don't know. Let me know in the comments.
About 30,000. The settlement dates back to the Romans being founded in 35 BC by veterans of the Second Legion. It was originally called Arosio, named after the Celtic water god. Over the years, the name became corrupted in Latin, and many years later, when a certain fruit arrived in Europe, its name in the local dialect of Old Provençal sounded an awful lot like the name of the principality. The two words therefore became conflated in Old French, since oranges came to northern France through that area. Now, orange becomes relevant to the Dutch through...
So, did the color come first, or did the orange come first? I think the fruit came first, and because the fruit was that color, they called it orange, right? It's one of those questions. What came first, the chicken or the egg? And I think in this case, the fruit came first, and they called it orange. I don't know. I'm just speculating. It makes sense, right?
Now, orange becomes relevant to the Dutch through political marriage. William of Orange was actually from the House of Nassau, which originated from what is today Western Germany. In 1515, Henry III of Nassau-Breda married Claudia of Châlons-Orange. Their son René therefore became Prince of Orange. When he died without any heirs in 1544, the Prince of Orange title was passed to his first cousin, William of Nassau-Dillenburg.
Bro, so from what I understood so far, the city's name was Orange. He was the prince of the city, and then it actually just became a thing because orange is a color, and it just mixed. He wasn't really from the color orange, he was from the city Orange. It's interesting. So he's from the place called Orange. Oh, okay.
William had no family relation to Orange. René inherited the title from his mother's side and passed it to his father's side. This began the House of Nassau-Orange as William added Prince of Orange to his list of noble titles. He was already stadholder of Holland, Zeeland, Utrecht and Friesland. It was around this time that Europe was divided by religious conflict, started by the Protestant Reformation. After the abdication of Charles V as Holy Roman Emperor, he split his inheritance between his son and his brother, and the 17 provinces came under Spanish rule. Philip II began to persecute Protestants and impose extremely high taxes, which led to the Dutch revolt. This was led by William of Orange, as he had become known. 7 of the 17 provinces declared their independence in 1581 as the United Provinces, also known as the Dutch Republic. This would be the predecessor of the modern-day country of the Netherlands. William of Orange was assassinated in 1584 and was remembered as a Dutch hero who helped fight against the Spanish for their country's independence. The title Orange and the colour again became conflated during the lifetime of William of Orange, who would often wear the colour orange. The colour therefore developed into a symbol for Dutch nationalism.
Ah, I see.
Now you might be wondering why. Earlier in the video I was talking about the orange fruit and not the orange colour. Well, it's because the name of the fruit came first.
I told you.
The first time that orange was used to refer to the colour in Europe was in the late Middle Ages. Before that, people just referred to the colour as yellow-red or something similar. William used the colour orange as early as 1577. The Prince's flag, or the Prinsenflag, was the first flag used by the Dutch Republic with...
Guys, I low-key like this flag. I don't want to offend anyone, but I like this flag more than the current one. I think it fits more. And I don't know if it's a Mandela effect, but I feel like I've seen this flag before to represent the Netherlands. Maybe it's a Mandela effect, you know. But I have... You know what's interesting about the orange place and orange color story and the orange fruit? Is that we have a place called Blackpool here in the UK. So if somebody's from Blackpool, does it mean they have to have a Blackpool? Like, how would you go about that? That's interesting. But also, back in the day, they used to give their surnames used to come from professions like Smith, right? Like, if you translate that to any language, like Smith in English would become Ferreiro or Ferreira in Portuguese, which means an iron worker, somebody who works with metal. How do you call Smith in Dutch? Let me know in the comments, and let me know if it makes sense in terms of the profession.
Orange, white and blue horizontal stripes, the predecessor of the modern Dutch flag. So this leads to the obvious question: if the Dutch flag is based off of Prince William's flag and orange is still the national colour to this day, then why does the flag have red and not orange on it?
It's so similar to the French flag. I think France had an influence with the red there.
Well, apparently with the Prince's flag, the orange colour tended to fade over time with exposure to the elements and quickly turned red. The flag started to become manufactured with red instead of orange because the orange flags would just fade to red anyway. It wasn't actually until 1937 that an official decree stated that the colour on the flag was red. The colour orange used by the Dutch extends far beyond the modern day country of the Netherlands, both directly and indirectly. Take New York City.
Wait a second, so you're telling me that it evolved by itself and it was more cost effective maybe to just paint it red and, you know, rather than just wait for it to fade away. Wow, that's interesting. Nature took its course by its own. But I understand why that happened in the past. Like, with time passing by, why didn't it go back to orange? Or like, is there a group, you know, who is petitioning to go back to orange? Or is there anything going on? Any debate about that?
city, for example, the flag of New York has orange on it. This is because of the city's Dutch origin. The first permanent settlement in what is today New York was established by the Dutch in 1624. Even though for some reason the flag says 1625.
And why is it vertical?
It was originally called New Amsterdam until it was taken over by the English in 1664 and renamed New York. A little further north, and the state capital, Albany, also has orange on its flag. Again, this is because of its Dutch origins. Not only does this city have orange on its flag though, its original name before the English was literally Fort Orange.
Wow.
Sticking with New York State, and there's Orange County. Now this should not be confused with Orange County, California, that was named after the fruit, but Orange County, New York was named after William of Orange. However, Orange County was founded in 1683, but this was after the English had taken over all of the Dutch possessions in North America. So why was it named after William of Orange? Well, William of Orange, said without any context, generally refers to one of two people. There were several princes of Orange called William, but the two most influential were William I, who I've already mentioned several times in this video, and William III. To Dutch people, William of Orange generally means William I. However, to British people, William of Orange generally refers to William III.
Wow. Okay, he's gonna explain why. I'm always ahead, right? That's what curious people are like. They ask why before.
Why? Because he became King of England, Scotland and Ireland in the so-called Glorious Revolution of 1688. This brings us to another use of the colour orange that has been influenced by the Dutch. The orange on the flag of Ireland. At the time of the aforementioned Glorious Revolution, the majority of people in Great Britain were Protestant, but their king, James II, was Catholic. This made many people uneasy, and therefore the Dutch stadholder, William III, was invited to the British Isles to depose their current king and take the throne for himself.
They were invited?
This was greatly welcomed by the vast majority of British people. In Ireland, however, not so much. There were Protestant majority provinces in the northern parts of the island, but as a whole, Ireland remained predominantly Catholic. The revolution was not quite so glorious from their perspective. Anyway, when Ireland began to fight for their independence, the tricolour flag of green, white and orange was used to represent Irish nationalism. The green represents Catholics and the orange Protestants, while the white symbolises the peace and unity between them.
Wow, I didn't know
Finally,
that.
the orange influence reaches as far as southern Africa. Up until 1994, the flag of South Africa was orange, white and blue, and that little vertical flag in the middle there is the flag of the Orange Free State, an independent Boer republic until it became a British colony and then part of South Africa.
The Boer.
Now in this case, the Orange Free State was originally the Orange River Sovereignty, a short-lived British colony, which, unsurprisingly, was named after the Orange River. The Orange River was named after William of Orange, but yet another William, William V.
Everybody was from Orange.
Are the Dutch the only ones that have a national colour not on their flag? Well, no, actually, there are a few more. The national colour of New Zealand is black. It's the reason their national rugby team plays in all black, and indeed their name is the All
Blacks. Yeah, makes sense.
The colour black is associated with the Maori culture, the indigenous peoples of New Zealand. Now in 2015, New Zealand had a referendum to potentially change their national flag. 4 of the 5 potential new flags featured the colour black. In the end though, the original flag was favoured by 56% of the voters and therefore remains the flag to this day. The national colours of Australia
are
most
beautiful
and green. Apparently the gold represents Australia's beaches, mineral wealth and grain harvests, while green represents the forests, eucalyptus trees and the pastures of the Australian landscape. The Australian football team plays in a gold jersey with green shorts.
Wow.
A few more national...
Honestly, every time I saw Australia play, I would ask, why does it look so similar to Brazil's uniform? Like, that's really, really, really similar to Brazil's uniform. Like, really. These are basically the Brazilian colors. And I would always question, like, why? But yeah, there it is.
Shorts. A few more national football teams wear colours that are not on their flag. Germany wears a mostly white strip. This is because of Prussia, the kingdom which united Germany.
Prussia.
Italy wears blue, the official colour of the House of Savoy, the royal family which ruled Italy from its unification until it became a republic. And finally there's Japan, which also plays in blue,
It's
although
true.
the reason why isn't actually known. And so that's why the Dutch use the colour orange as their national colour, and why their national football team strip is orange. It's because of William of Orange. And the title Orange originated from a small principality now in modern day France, when northern Frenchmen mixed up the name of the fruit with the Latinized name of a Celtic god.
What a oh man, what
This
a
video
turn.
is brought to you by...
Okay, I'm not sponsored by them, so oh man. So this is the channel Wonder Why, a video of 5 years ago which has a very clear explanation of why the Dutch wear orange, and it basically comes down to nationalism, because of Willem of Orange, you know, which is a place called Orange, and just a mix of information that made a very beautiful uniform and culture and tradition. And I'm losing concentration because my dog is barking, and I don't know if you can hear her, but we're gonna wrap up the video here and I'm gonna see why she's barking so much. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna watch another video talking about why the flag changed with a little bit more detail. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you have anything you want me to react to, let me know in the comments. If you want to request a video, link is in the description or the pinned comment. And yeah, guys, I don't think I'm gonna remember all the information that I learned here on the channel, so if I do make a mistake in future videos, hey, don't hold it against me. Take care, guys. Bye-bye. Now you can get full access to exclusive content, special reactions to shows, series, anime, full movies, and even request a video of your choice. Just become a YouTube member or join Buy Me a Coffee today. Find out more, the link is in the description.
Never break, always fight, never quit, do it right.